Hello, welcome to the final video for these sets of Go Battle League Season 11 Day 1. This is sets 4 and 5. The team we're running, again, keeping Shadow Machamp and Noctowl from the previous two videos. But we are running in the lead, though, the Pancake Unova Stunfisk. So, since Stunfisk expand, let's just try out the original Stunfisk. Let's get right into these battles. Got 10 of them for you. Hopping into the first battle, we have Stunfisk versus Heracross, so fairly neutral. Going to be going for Discharge. Also note, I'm running Thunder Shock as the fast move over Mud Shot. Honestly, it's up to preference. Obviously, different coverages, but it's really up to preference, whichever you want to do. So I'm going to go for Discharge on here. They went for a Rock Blast, if I remember correctly. Now I'm just like, why'd you go for Rock Blast? Why? That makes no sense. But they do it anyway. Alright, believe I let this go because I can farm no with Noctowl. They go for close combat, so won't get as much energy as hoping for, but then they swap into Rose Raid. I'll stay in with Noctowl, no problem. They're gonna, I'm like, this has to be a Weather Ball. This is not enough for Sludge Bomb or Dazzling Gleam. I believe is the other move that Rose Raid has access to. I will go for a Sky Attack. That way either I force a shield or, you know, knock it out. I will respond in kind with a shield of my own. I believe I'm going to try to farm down, which I'm able to successfully do. And then they bring in a water type. I don't know what it is yet. And it's a Vaporeon, so definitely got some spice here. I will farm down. I won't farm down. I thought about it, but I'm like, wait, I got the cross drop before they get the Aqua Tail. So I'm going to do that. Then they bring in Heracross, and that's going to be a good game to my opponent. Very well played. Excuse me. Alrighty, on to battle number 2. Riot versus Dewgong, so fairly neutral, but Thundershock definitely is a little more advantageous. I will launch right before they get to their Icy Wind, so I did 7 Thundershocks, 14 turns to their 5 Ice Shards of 15 turns. And I'm able to sneak in a Thundershock, so now I am 1 turn ahead of them. I will be, again, I'm doing as much damage as I can. It's 4 Ice Shards for their next Icy Wind. I do wait for their third one, so they have 1 more. And they decide to throw. That, if you're the opponent, I would try to farm down if you can. I understand them getting scared. It was close. I believe I was 1 Thunder Shock away. I farm down with Machamp. They come with Hypno. I am able to throw 1 counter before that confusion goes through. I swap. They swap. So Noctowl versus Typhlosion. I'm farming up as much as possible since Incinerate is a long, fast move. I do shoot up this Incinerate, or Blast Burn. I think they need 1 more Incinerate for the next Blast Burn, which looks to be the case. But I should be able to get to the 3rd Sky Attack before they get to the 3rd Blast Burn. But, of course, they didn't have 2 shields, so I'm able to farm down, or knock it out. And I'm going to shield up the Thunder Punch, and we're going to go for that Shadow Ball. Alrighty, it's going to do some major damage. Not going to knock it out, though, so little bang. And then I'm able to go for this Cross Chop, and that's going to take out the Hypno and take game 2. So, good game. Very well played to my opponent. Definitely had to manage my energy there just a hair. On to game number 3. Pretty favorable lead. Gotta watch out for Ice Beam. They do swap out into Toxicroak. I will be shielding up once. They are gonna go for the Sludge Bomb. I am gonna try to farm down, I wanna say. No, I go for a Sky Attack. Either they let it go or they shield. And then I will shield again if they do let it, if they shield. So I will shield. Gonna have lots of energy. It's okay. I'm okay being down a shield. It's only 1 to 0 shields now, so I will farm down. Excuse me. They will come back in with Mantine, I believe. I am just gonna go for double Sky Attacks. I believe Shadow Ball hits a little harder, but again, 2 moves is sometimes better than a single Shadow Ball. I will be going. They do have Wing Attack. I did notice this later over Bubble, and they could even use Bullet Seed. But Wing Attack is doing pretty well for them. It just won't hit hard against my Stunfisk. I will bring back in the Stunfisk because I will be able to tank whatever they throw. And plus I can get rid of the debuff if they do Bubble Beam me, which they do. I'm able to get a couple Thunder Shocks in. I believe I survived this. I will be swapping out regardless. But I don't. Excuse me. I forget what they bring in, but I'm going to go for Mud Bomb. It's a shiny Kanto Ninetales, so nice flex there. I can't shield up. I'm out of shields. I can't remember how many shields I have left or lack thereof. I'm going to go for this Cross Chop. Thankfully, the Mantine's low. And with them having no shields, this game's over. They know it. They surrender. Good game. GG's. Very well played to my opponent. Moving on to game number 4. Ooh, we get an error, so let's try this again. Game number 4. Righty, we got Lapras versus Stunfisk. Again, Thundershock is a bit better than Mudshot. So, and that's a Water Gun. Ice Shard, people. Granted, I know it's a legacy move, so I understand Water Gun Lapras is more, in this case, especially at the lower ranks. So I'm going to go for Thundershocks. They go for a Razor Leaf Gourgeist. Let's go! We got the Spice with the spicy moveset. I don't shield this out because I'm pretty sure they don't have a move that can knock me out. I will be farming down. I am assuming they are running Grass and Ghost moves all the way. I do no-shield this just to see if I can farm down a little bit more, which I do. I didn't want him to get to another move. I don't know Razor Leaf counts that well. I do go for Sky Attack or whatever they bring back in, which was their Lapras. They do shield, which I'm just like, but again, we're in the lower ranks, so just can't be as judgy, if you will. Just have to remember, we all started somewhere. We all start at the same place. I bring back in Machamp, though, because I'm able to farm down by expending a shield. As I don't want to take super effective damage on the Stunfisk. And then they have a Charmer. So I believe I did take that Charm, but I will get this Cross Chop, which is neutral. And then it is just, I have to leave it up to my Unova Stunfisk to take this game. And thankfully I should be able to. I will go for a Mud Bomb, and that is going to be a good game, very well played to my opponent. Their Lapras is low health, so it's not going to matter. So very well played. On to game number 5. Right, pretty favorable lead. Mudshot would be better. I will come in with Noctowl. They do have Bullet Seed. This is clearly a Weather Ball. I will let this go through. I believe I let another. Yep. I believe it's 3 and 2 for the 2 Weather Balls, for 3 Bullet Seed, 2 Bullet Seeds for each one respectively of the Weather Balls. So I will be going for a Sky Attack. I don't want to expend a shield at this point. I realize it's a bit of farm for the Macargo. I will be going for the Shadow Balls. Hopefully I can get a shield. I'm just trying to time my wing attacks with these Incinerates. Again, Incinerate is a long animation fast move. I'm able to get to the second Shadow Ball, so either I'll take out the Macargo or get the shield, which I get the shield. I decided to shield this up, knowing they might be baiting, and unfortunately, it's a Rock Tomb. Nice bait on my opponent. I do go for Mud Bomb. It'll still take it out, or they'll shield. And then I will let this go, and it's an overheat. I'm going to swap into my Machamp right away. And then it's a Pidgeot. Now, I am able to get to this Rock Slide before the next Gust, which would have taken me out, which is great. They do take out my Machamp with the Mercago, but I'm able to get to this Mud Bomb just fine, and I still have a shield, so this is going to be a good game. Very well played to my opponent. 5-0 in this first set, so let's get on to the next set here. All right, on to game number 6. All right, pretty favorable lead. We got, Stunfisk on the Mandibuzz, Flying Umbreon, but Thundershock definitely makes it more favorable for the Stunfisk, but it is a Flying Umbreon. It's called the Flying Umbreon for a reason. It is very tanky. As you can see, it's going to take 2 Discharges and Thundershocks to take it down if I want to do an aggressive farm down. So, I am definitely going to be taking another foul play here. And I do decide to go for Mud Bomb. I want to say Mud Bomb is a little bit less energy, and I was going to take it out just fine or get another Thundershock or 2. So, they do bring in a Blaziken, so I'm going to Mud Bomb this. I will let Blaziken go down, which is farming, not what I would prefer, but I want to line it up with my Noctowl. Fortunately, can't get to the second Mud Bomb. That is unfortunate. I do decide to shield, even if it's a Blaze Kick. Man, and oh my gosh, it's a Stone Edge. Holy crap. Spicy moveset on the Spicy Bird. Firebird. No need to go for Rock Slide, as I can just go straight up Cross Chop. They do shield. I believe I do shield. Nope, I am trusting in my Noctowl as my Wincon with a shield. I am going to farm this bird down. I should be able to take a Weather Ball just fine. I will be shielding up the next one if they get to it, which looks like they do. Yep, now I have to pray that I can farm this down and hope that Blaziken doesn't have a move, because I'm pretty sure Blaziken would win CMP ties, so I am risking that. Launching the Sky Attack, and I get there, so this is going to be taking out the Blaziken. Boom! If this were a Zionic video, which, yes, I love the booms that Zionic does. So that's going to be a good game to my opponent. Very well played. Versus Cresselia. So I debated about switching the Noctowl, but I chose to stay in. Grass Knot, I can survive 2 of them, I believe, just fine. And I go for Discharge. That is the harder hitting move here. Excuse me. Right, they go for Grass Knot. Go for another Discharge. Righty, they go for another Grass Knot. I believe I can barely survive this. And I decide last second to swap into Noctowl to keep the Stunfisk for a potential sack swap. I am going to farm up. I am assuming this is a Moonblast, but even a Future Sight won't take me out. And it's a Future Sight, so definitely not your typical moveset. But, you know, hey, versus Future Sight is still a respectable move in its own right. I'm going to go for Sky Attack. They are low enough that Sky Attacks will take him out. I will let this go because I know this is just a Grass Knot. I will farm up a little bit more. At least 4, I think. And then I do go with the Sky Attack. They will either shield or the Cresselia will go down. And then they have an Alolan Marowak. So, and it's a Hex. So this is not good for the opponent. I will go for the Shadow Ball, and I'm able to land it, which is great. I will let this go through. I am going to trust into my 2 shielded Shadow Machamp with the potential 3rd shield sack swap on the Stunfisk. And it's an Araquanid. I'm so sorry, Home Slice Henry. I saw your stream, and you didn't go into a single Araquanid, I believe. So it's just like, dang it. Oh, if I could share this Araquanid with you, I totally would. But they go for a Bubble Beam bait. Not surprising. I do go for a Cross Drop. They are low enough where I'm not too worried about it. But Machamp is my win con. They do have a shield. But then they decide to surrender. That game was pretty close in my opinion, but GG's very well played in my opponent. Moving on to the next match. Match number 8. Right, versus Registeel. So, pretty favorable. They do swap out. I'm going to go right into Noctowl after farming up a bit. I want to have that Mud Bomb ready. And the great thing about this matchup is you don't even need to go for Shadow Balls, especially when their shield's up. You can just go straight for Sky Attacks. Typically, that being said, I should have gone for Shadow Ball in this case. You're going to see why. And the moment I realized was right here. They are still full health where I was just like, dang it. Because I think, yeah, this is the non-Shadow, so it tanks the Sky Attacks a lot better. That's when I realized I should have gone for the Shadow Ball. I mean, again, I take it out, which is fine. I'm able to get to a Shadow Ball anyway before they get to a Zap Cannon, this Registeel. So, some decent chip damage, but Registeel will take it, no problem. Excuse me. I do decide to bring in Machamp instead. I go for a Cross Chop because I won't make the farming down. They do shield, so I will shield in kind. Then they bring in a Wish Cast. So, a bit of an uphill battle, but I am just going to go for these Mud Bombs. I will not shield. Machamp is my win con here. So, you know, just going to do as much damage as I can. I will be surviving a Mud Bomb just fine unless they go for Blizzard. And they go for Blizzard. Boom on myself. Or bang, or what's another word instead of boom? I don't want to totally copy off of Zionic here, admittedly. Though it's hard to not say boom. But I'm able to farm down the Wish Cast with my Machamp. They realize the game is over. So that is a good game. Very well played on my opponent. On to match number 9. So doing really good with this team so far here. Not totally spicy, but, you know, G-Fist and Noctowl got some semi-spice to it. Oh, terrible matchup. Going to swap into Noctowl right away, and they bring in the Ninetales. So, I'm just going to go for double Sky Attack, as that is going to be enough to threaten Shield, / Health, / both. I do survive a Weather Ball just fine. I do shield up this Weather Ball. I'm at double Sky Attack. I'm able to get there. Surprised I haven't bumped into an Ember Ninetales yet, after Cindy, girlfriend of King, Pogo King, King IV, won the Vancouver Regionals, because, I mean, that was just incredible, using the non-typical fast move and winning the whole thing, with her only loss being in the first set of the quote-unquote grand winner, in the set of the winners finals, if you will, or whichever the proper name is. I do shield up Machamp as I need to. I do have enough, thankfully, to get this cross chop going. I will knock out... Oh, they managed to swap into the Alolan Marowak. So I farm up to cross chop because I realize, again, Machamp is my win con. I'm going to need to win CMB tie. I will be hitting with these Mud Bombs. I do manage to get this. I believe they're going to farm down with the Meganium, which makes total sense. I do need to get at least one move, preferably, just to ensure I'll be able to get there. So that's going to be a good game. My opponent very well played. Machamp wins a lot of CMP ties, I believe. There's definitely a fair few it doesn't, but Machamp is pretty solid in that regard when you need to rely on that kind of condition. So that's going to be a good game to my opponent. Very well played. On to the 10th and final game of this video. So we are 9-0. Can we finish the set with a 10-0? The other 3 sets we went, let's see, 10-5. So let's see if we can go 10-0 to make it a 25-day. 20 wins, 5 loss day. Let's see, I swap into Noctowl on their Hitmonchan. I do decide to shield up. I will be getting a shield back, though, with the Sky Attack. And then, do I shield and farm down with this Noctowl? Okay, I definitely shield. I believe I'm going to go for the farm down, or, oh, I just go for the Sky Attack. I don't think I would have made it with the farm down strat. They do decide to let it go. At least I have shield advantage, and yeah, Jirachi was their lead. I'm able to get to the Shadow Ball, which is fantastic. Excuse me. Alright, Shiftry, letting it farm down, not the best thing, but thankfully is glassy enough, and I have an okay bulk for Leaf Blade purposes. I'm able to farm down, and then I have this Cross Chop ready to go for this Jirachi. So, this game is over. I might need a Mud Bomb later for the Stunfisk, but yep, I will. But man, and it's either going to be a Sidekick or a Dazzling Gleam. It will not knock me out, shouldn't at least. I go for this Mud Bomb. That is going to be a good game to my opponent. Very well played. But yeah, no, that was a 10-0 run right there with that team. So we finished the first day of this new season. 20 wins, 5 losses, 80% win rate with 3 teams. That's pretty solid in my opinion. Though granted, 2 of those 3 months were the same, with 2 of those teams being the same backline. The only difference being the first set I had Noctowl in the lead. But yeah, don't sleep on Noctowl, guys. That is my... I have been running it for a while now in Open Great League in last season to this current new season. So yeah, test out Noctowl if you got good IVs. My rank for that one is 101, so it's pretty solid. But thank you so much for watching, and I will see you in the next video.